Okay, guys, as we are getting ready to go do some shopping, let's talk about the real part about glowing up. As you already know, I kind of did a video about this not so long ago, but I decided just to remove it off of my social medias, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna redo it 100 times better. So let's talk about what is the real glow up. Like, let's be honest, the world thinks about glowing up as you did a complete transformation on beauty, right? Like, you've done maybe a surgery type, or you've just changed the way that you look. You might have changed your hair, the way that your face looks. You might have changed something about yourself that people compared to yourself back then to compare to yourself right now. It's a glow up. And that's perfectly fine and normal. But no one really talks about what goes behind the glow ups. You know what I mean? Like, let's be honest, glowing up, it's so much more than just looking beautiful. It's so much more than just dressing up. Glowing up, at least to me, it's about the mental part, it's about the physical part, the part of you taking care of yourself when no one else is looking. So let's go ahead and get started as I am doing my makeup to go to Sephora to pick up some of my skincare stuff, and I'm able to finally replace my Patrick Ta foundation because it broke on me the other day. And oh my god, this feels so good. I love this foundation so much. Anyway, so let's go ahead and get started. Now, when I talk about when I'm talking about glowing up, let's talk about the mental part first, okay? The mental part of glowing up, if you want to do this part, which I highly suggest that everyone has to do this part because it's very important, is the mental part. You have to be honest with yourself at this point. You just have to be. This is the point where you are journaling. This is the point where you seek help. Now, when I mean by help, I mean you speak to a therapist. Now, seeing a therapist, I don't care if you are a male, a female, whoever, a therapist is always important to see. Because let's be honest, you can talk to all of your family and friends, and they will all tell you their opinion, or they'll just sugarcoat their opinion, and then it doesn't really make any sense, or whatever the case may be. That's why I'm suggesting you to see a therapist. Therapists are there for a reason. They are blunt with you, they are honest with you, and truth be told, they actually give you a different perspective on life, how to see certain things from another angle that you might have noticed at all. And when I say that therapy has helped me a lot, therapy has helped me a lot, to be honest with you. My therapist, I've been seeing her since 2020 because we all know 2020 was that year of just full madness, of just a crazy thing, a crazy event that was going on. You know, COVID happened. It was between COVID, and then from COVID, it was isolation because of COVID. And then next thing you know, it's just lockdown just happens. You know, lockdown happens. A lot of people got big and famous because of the lockdown, which for that is a blessing in a way. For many people, in a way, they passed away because they were isolated. They didn't have a person to like really talk to. And that's when therapy actually became a bigger thing because of COVID. People were seeking for that attention. They were seeking for that person to, like talk to and just be honest with throughout all those times. And I seek my therapist not because of isolation or anything, because I was doing pretty good in isolation at that time. Well, I still do, but I live with my father because he is now elderly, so I take care of him. My mom passed away, sadly, about 3 years ago. But with all of that, when COVID came around, I actually paused, and I was dealing with so many things. I was dealing with my grandma had just passed away right before COVID hit. My dad had to go to the hospital right during COVID at the high peak of COVID in March. And then my engagement broke off that year too. It was everything. I want to say it was within 2 or 3 weeks apart from like one another. And I was like, okay, this is too many things. I can't really talk to my dad about it. I can't talk to my mom about it. I can't talk to my friends about it because of so many different things going on in this world right now. And then that's when I seek therapy. And therapy honestly saved my life. I would be honest with you. Therapy did save my life in so many ways and forms that you could not understand. I did speak with my therapist at the time, and she is still my therapist in this precise year. I love her. Do we talk as often as we once did? No, because once we did talk back then, we talked a lot because I was going through so many different emotions, trying to figure out certain stuff of my life, how to change, how to set boundaries in my life. I was learning so many different things that now I am the woman that I want to be, and I'm still growing as a woman because of my therapist. And for that, I will forever be grateful for her. I still see her, just not as often as I once did before. I used to see her about weekly. It became weekly, and then I started to see her twice a month to then once a month. And now is whenever I just feel like I need that one person to like really talk to the most. And then that's when I'll just book an appointment with her, and she's always around. I discovered her on Better Health, and then now I'm using growth therapy. I will be linking both of those links below so you guys can see it. And when I'm telling you therapy is a life changer, it really did change me a lot. I became a better person. I've set the boundaries. I'm no longer tolerating people or things anymore in my life. I've disconnected myself from a lot of things, from bad habits. And I'm still working on certain bad habits I'm still trying to disconnect myself from, but I did a lot of healing as well. Lots of trauma was fixed. Certain ones are still lingering around, but that's perfectly fine because that's all just a work in progress. And as long as I'm still doing everything that I have to do to get rid of those type of traumas, I'll be okay. I'll be perfectly fine. But another thing that has helped me out in a way also is journaling. I love to journal. Let's be honest. I love journaling. I know you guys have heard me talk about journaling in the past. I've been journaling since I was a little kid, okay? Being a little girl, I had like a diary, like how every little girl should have a diary, okay? I was thinking about this the other day when I was in the car with my boyfriend. It just came to like my mind. It's funny how back then in my generation, or even later than that really, journaling seemed as a female thing. It was a diary type of thing. You know, you talk about your day, how your day went, how was school, if you kissed a boy or not, whatever the case may be. But now that changed. Diaries are no longer considered as like a diary anymore. Now it's considered as like a journaling, but even deeper than that. So let me make an example. For me, I journal a lot, and I journal mainly on my cell phone, with the Apple journaling app. And yes, although I do on there, I talk about my day, how my day went, but I'm also really reflecting how I felt throughout the whole entire day. What, how did a certain event made made me feel? Whether if I'm venting, sometimes when I'm really in my head and I'm going through like my depression phase and my anxiety phase, then when I notice I can't sleep at all, I just take out my phone and I just start typing and typing and typing. The other day, I woke up at 5 in the morning and I started just typing on my phone, just journaling everything that I was feeling out. And then once I picked on done, checked, corrected my mood. I felt a lot better. I didn't feel as heavy chested as I would have. I didn't feel I didn't feel like my brain was going 1,000 miles per hour anymore. Like my brain was actually slowing down because I let all of those emotions out in my notebook on my phone. And with that, it did teach me even more because now I see this as a way to reflect on my emotions, reflect also on who I am becoming, what is triggering those emotions that's stopping me from becoming who I want to become, what is causing me to feel those type of ways so I don't repeat those actions again. And journaling is just a way that really just helps you out both emotionally and mentally. And I don't know, it's just one of those things that let me actually switch my I know I'm going off topic. Let me actually switch my eyeliner, my eyeshadow just because I keep looking at it and I don't have a brown in here. Do I have a brown in here? No, too dark of a brown. Okay, I'm gonna go with this one. I know this one has a pretty brown, yeah. But I would say as well is that journaling is a really good thing to do. You could reflect on how you're feeling, and at times, even if you do decide to ever do therapy sessions, believe it or not, in therapy, they actually highly suggest that you journal, that you write down a few things down, at least to start it off, and then you can just go from there, of course. You can always pick up on your journal and see what you notice about your habits. And the beauty about journaling is you can always go back and reread everything that you wrote in the past and compare that to how you are right now, and you would see a big transformation in your life. Either you wrote down one day how you were feeling sad, depressed, angry, or whatever, and then due to whatever given reason, and now you're feeling grateful, you're feeling happy, you're feeling empowered, you are doing things that you never imagined that you would have been doing, but you are doing it now. And then you can always go back, and it's kind of like a humbling experience in a way. It is humbling just because you never thought that you would actually do something and you actually did it. And then in your journal you can just reflect on that. And to me that's just an amazing feeling, amazing experience. I know I have journaled many different things. I've journaled from my mom's passing to my engagement ending to a lot of things, to me starting my antidepressant medications for whatever reason. I had to do that at the time. And I felt so much better reading that now because I'm like, wow, I'm no longer in that state anymore. Now I'm a better person. Now I'm a happier person. I no longer need a drug to control how I am feeling. I just take my vitamins and I call it a day. I take my multivitamins every single day, as everyone should. Take your multivitamins every single day, and you will see a difference. Another thing that I would do also now is physical health. Work out, go to the gym, go out and go for a walk, a run, a jog, whatever. Get your body moving. Because that, my friend, is the most important thing you can ever do for your body and for your glow up, is moving your body. Now, I did cancel. No, I didn't cancel. My boyfriend and I, we actually paused our membership at the gym. We're just paying like $10 a month now just to have the account on hold or whatever the case may be. And what I'm doing now though, and we did that for a reason. One, because our time schedule is just insane. His his shift is a rotating shift, while mine's just a typical 9 to 5, which I don't really like that much. I'd rather have no, no, actually, no. I'd rather have my 9 to 5. I don't like rotating shifts whatsoever. No, I'll keep my 9 to 5 for now. But one thing for sure is that oh, I like this gold. Um, one thing for sure is getting your body out there, moving around, doing exercise, walking. Did you know that you taking 10,000 steps a day is actually good for your heart? Um, and that is something that I like to do. I strive for 10K a day. Do I do 10K a day? Absolutely not. Do I do 5K a day? Absolutely not. I do at least 2K a day, sometimes four, leaning to five. There has been one time though that I did do a challenge when I had like my Samsung. I did do a challenge. It was a runner's challenge. But I had to do 6K a day in walking and then slowly go from walking to jogging and then from jogging to running. I did end up switching back to iPhone throughout that challenge, so I did stop it. But I would like to go back to it again. Not go back to like Android or anything, but at least do like my own type of challenge, moving 6K a day every single day. And then from 6K a day, I want to do, um, then increment that to 7K, then to 8K. But for that, I need to start over and at least get my 2K a day and then slowly go to 3K and then 4K, then 5K, then 6, 7, 8, and then finally get to the 10K. Because ages ago, I did used to do 10K steps a day. I actually did it. I accomplished it, and I did that for a long time. And then I don't know what ended up happening. I think I just started working again at that time, and I just lost track of my fitness during that stage of my life. And I was just like, well, I can't walk anymore how I used to. And that's all she wrote because I used to work a 12-hour shift. And then, um, so now what I am doing is Pilates. I'm doing both mat Pilates at home, and I'm also going to a Pilates studio for the reformers. I'm going to Jet Set Pilates, and I actually like it. I like Jet Set a lot. I like my instructor a lot. I've only taken two of her classes, but when I say that her classes are amazing, her classes are amazing. This woman gets me sweating and moving. And I'm like, oh my God, why did I sign up for this class? I did do another Pilates class as well at the beginning at Jet Set Pilates with a different instructor. But then I was like, you know what? I want to try out other instructors too. I wasn't gonna stick with just one instructor. That was my thought or whatever. But then I met my instructor my second time at the Reformers Pilates, and next thing you know, I did her second class, and now I'm signing up again next weekend, to do her other class as well. Now, the only bad thing about Jet that I don't like is that um, you don't really know what they're gonna be focusing on. So it is good that you do have like a set instructor in a way, because that way if you get close with them, you can like follow them on Instagram or whatever the case may be, and you can actually message them. Like I did message her the other day. It was on Friday I messaged her. And Friday morning I did. And she responded back like in the afternoonish. I was still at work, and I was like, hey, I hope you're okay. Um, what type of class are you gonna be doing to today? And she wrote me back saying that she was gonna do lower body heavy and ab workout and upper body. I was like, I'll see you tonight. I shall see you tonight. Because if you know me, you know I love a good lower body workout. I do. I love a good lower body intense workout. And when I say it, yeah, when I say that my lower body right now is killing me still, because it's Sunday, the fact that my lower body is still hurting me, I'm still sore. I am taking my proteins, I'm taking my magnesiums and stuff like that. But when I say that I am still sore, that I am feeling it still, honey, I'm feeling it still. So That is what I mean by getting your body moving. Okay? There's nothing better than you feeling sore the next day because you know that you worked hard on your body, you know that you've moved. There's nothing more rewarding than feeling that sweat going down your face and you just feeling good. Like I said, when I do reformer Pilates, to be honest with you, I'm not the type of person that sweats too much. I don't like sweating, to be honest with you. Although I like to work out, I don't like to sweat. I know that's a contradicting type thing, right? But when I'm in class doing reformers, whew, I am sweating. My face is dripping in sweat. My boobs feel like ill. I feel my stomach all wet and my clothes is sticking to me. My back is drenched. Like when I even my hair, the fact that my hair is straight right now, even when I work out in Pilates, I always do a Pilates class on Fridays because I already know the weekend is my hair wash day, whatever. Because during those classes, my hair goes from straight to curly real quick or wavy. Right now, my hair is like turning like kind of like wavy-ish. I know that my roots right now are curly, so I have like hairspray on to like kind of like make it go back in a sense. And then tonight I am gonna wash my hair and do my hair nicely again, and until Friday once again when I'll be in class. I really do like doing Pilates. Like I really enjoy it a lot. So that's what I mean by getting your body moving. Go to the gym if you can. Go do some a rock a rock. Oh my god. Go do some classes at the gym. The gyms have a lot of classes. They have boxing, they have Pilates too, they have dancing, they have cycling, they have a lot of things that you can do to get your body moving, which is really good to do. Now, another thing that I want to say when it comes to glowing up, like I said, it's not just about the um beauty and stuff like that. You know, how how I mentioned, it's also about the whole thing when it comes to working out and journaling, seeking that help with therapy. But now let's talk about the other parts of glowing up. Now is when we talk about the looks, because I already know my girls out there, they're like, yeah, but what about the looks? And not everything's about looks, okay? We all get old, looks go away. But let's talk about the looks because I am doing my makeup, so why not? Another part about glowing up, it's about finding what suits you. See, when it comes to this section, I have to be so quiet. Okay. When it comes about glowing up, you have to find what suits you. So let's talk about skincare for one. Skincare. There's a million products out in the market. Okay, there's a million of them. There's hundreds of different brands, hundreds of different products for each brand, depending on your skin type, depending on a thousand and million and one things. But let's be honest over here, right quick. You don't need so much makeup brands. Not makeup brands, skincare brands. We're talking about makeup too later in this video. You don't need all of the skincare products. Honestly, a good 4 to 5 products is good enough. All you need is your cleanser, that's one, your cleansers, your serum, your sunscreen, and your moisturizer. That's all you need. You just need 4 things. If you want to make it more complex, then you are going to need your vitamin C's. You're going to need the retinol for your face. You're going to need a whole bunch of other things. But to be technical, not technical, I mean, but to be real with you, you don't need that many products. at all for skincare. Just a good cleanser that's meant for your face, whether if you have oily, dry, sensitive, normal, combination skin, because I have combination skin, so I do use a specific facial wash, a good sunscreen, because let's be honest, our skin sees the sun every single day. So a good sunscreen can prevent you from having dark spots on your face. It can prevent you from having sunburns on your face and sunspots on your face as well. If you are having acne on your face, a good tip to know is, if you apply sunscreen over your acne before you go out, it's more beneficial this way, because one, your acne will start to go away because now it has a layer of protection from like the UV light, so it's not going to be irritating on your skin. I know this because I've tried this before. When I was younger, I had really bad acne on my face, like really bad. I wish I had a picture to show you guys of it. But I had really bad acne. I've tried so many different things before, like so many different things, until I actually learned, okay, I need to use a sunscreen. This could maybe help me out, because I looked it up somewhere online, and I did that. I did that for a whole month straight. I used better products or whatever. I had three products plus my sunscreen that was four, and my acne just went away. It just went away. It has never come back. Now, if my acne does come back, 'cause I know I have one or two right over here, it's because of my cycle. But before, I had really bad acne, like my whole entire cheek on this side, or wasn't on this side. It was somewhere. I had more acne on one side more than the other. I want to say it was on this. Yes, it was on this side. 'Cause I remember I had a scab like right here. I had a scab right here. So it was on this side, and I hated to take pictures. I took pictures a lot, but I hated them all because you could see how my skin was. I did stop wearing makeup for a bit too, because I did realize what had provoked it, which makeup brand had provoked it. So I stopped using that makeup brand, and I just decided, you know what, I'm gonna go try different things, and I did that. I did that for myself. I did that for my face, because I really did want to have like that beautiful flawless face, but I couldn't at that moment because I had acne. So sunscreen is very important to use. And then get yourself a really good hydrating moisturizer. I don't care if you have oily skin. Hi, if you do. I don't care if you have dry skin or sensitive skin. Get yourself a good moisturizer. There's many different ones on the lines out there in the market. The one that I use right now is the Neutrogena water-based one, because I know they have another one that is for dry skin. The water-based one, I believe that one is for oily skin, so it's not greasy at all, and it does control your oils. I don't wake up with like an oily skin. If I do wake up with like an oily skin, it's because I just put so much products on my face the night before, just to keep my skin plump and hydrated as much as possible, because I am using an overnight treatment on my face too, or moisturizer that I have. So a good thing would be is buy a moisturizer that is meant for day and night. If you want that extra plump skin when you wake up in the morning, then yes, I would say get yourself a good overnight cream that's just meant for overnight. Because when I tell you, those are really good, those are really good. But if you don't need it, you don't need it. Like, don't invest into all these new brands, into all these new products out there in the market, because one, you're wasting money, and two, you don't really know how your face is going to react to those. Let's be honest over here. Like, different brands and different products can cause skin irritation, and that's why I don't buy everything now. Don't judge me, because I know my next video you guys are gonna see it, and you guys will be like, "Well, but you told us not to do this." I know. I am gonna contradict myself, because I did end up buying the whole entire line of Beauty. That's why I'm gonna go to Sephora and get that right now. Well, not right now. Right now, I'm waiting on my boyfriend to come home to take me there. But I am gonna go pick that up, as well as my foundation from Patrick Ta, and I did buy a Patrick Ta blush as well, which you guys will be seeing that all on my next one. But I wanted to try out the whole road line of skincare. I know it's a lot of brands, a lot of, not a lot of brands, a lot of products already. Um, but I did end up buying also one of her blushes and a lip and the peptide treatment, which I swear by. I really do love the lip gloss part, like I can't even pronounce it. The lip peptide treatment to me is the best one. I love that one. I love it so much. I've already got three of them. This is the fourth one. This is the one that I got is like a watermelon one, which is the second time I buy it because I just love that one so much. There's another one that I do want to buy, but it's currently out of stock, so I got really sad for that. So I was like, okay, I'll get the watermelon one now. But I really wanted to try out the road. I want to see what is the hype about. So I will be doing in my next video, as you guys already will know by now. I'm just gonna do a whole entire Sephora haul and then do a whole skin nighttime treatment, but only using Road Beauty. Just Road Beauty only. So we'll see how that goes. And that's a lot of product. I think that's 5 to 7 products. So let's see if the hype is real and not real. We shall see. Maybe tonight when I record it, or tomorrow. No, tonight when I record it. We shall see. Another thing that I would say next is about makeup. Same thing with makeup. That's related to skin. You don't need that much makeup products. You don't need that much makeup brands. I know as a beauty influencer, as what I do right now, I know I'm kind of contradicting myself but this is what I really do. But if you're not a beauty influencer, if you're not really into the whole entire thing when it comes to buying all these type of makeups, because let's be honest, I don't have cheap makeup. I actually have very expensive makeup, and it's not because I really want to have them like that. Some stuff I do want, some stuff I'm just like whatever about. But I did end up buying all of these. Some of them were gifted to me, some of them were not. I actually did buy them. Um, but the reason why is because I've tried, like I said, I've tried drugstore makeup. I have really sensitive skin. So a lot of the dry store makeup did break me out, like a lot, like really bad. And then that's when I told myself, no, I'm gonna start investing into a better a better makeup product, makeup line. And then that's when I started doing like my YouTube channel in the beginning of time. And I ended up enjoying it a lot. Then I started buying even like more makeup stuff. I started buying more high end stuff. I did get this Patrick Ta for face foundation. I actually ended up getting in my Ipsy box. I didn't. Was it my Ipsy box or my box? No, yeah, or Boxy Charm. It was one of those. Same brand. It's still Ipsy. But I got this with Ipsy and I love it. And like I said, it was gifted and I loved it. And now I'm actually investing into it because this is pretty pricey. This Patrick Ta is like about $52 if I'm not mistaken. And the bronzer that you guys saw me use, this one's like about 30-ish or 40-ish. I can't remember, but this one actually bought. This one was a gift from my boyfriend. And everything else that like I really have here, to be honest, is just a lot of stuff. But for makeup, to be honest with you, when I go traveling, I take about 6 things with me. My concealer, foundation, mascara, one eyeshadow palette, eyeliner, and a setting spray. And that's it. So when it comes to my foundation, I do take this one to travel with me because this one is 2 in 1. Well, not this one per se, but this one. I know they both look the same. They both look the same, but they're different. I take this one with me because it is 2 in 1. It is the foundation is on top, the powder's in the bottom. So that's a 2 in 1. That's why I don't count it as a one thing. So I take my foundation, a concealer, eyeshadow, eyeliner, mascara, and a setting spray. And I'm good for it. Actually, no. I also take A bronzer. Yes, I do take a bronzer. I take this one with me, or if not, I'll take my Hourglass bronzer with me. So that's what, 6 products that I take, 6 or 7, and of course with like the brushes that I need, or like the beauty blends that I need, and that's about it. I'm not a big fan of like the whole lip gloss, lipstick, lip person. Well, lip gloss I'm just obsessed with. So I would take this, but this is always with me, regardless. This one is from Charlotte. But like I said, you don't need a whole lot of makeup at all. Just the basic stuff. Get to know makeup. See what works for you. See what type of looks work for you. Look on Pinterest. Look on YouTube. Look on Instagram. I look at Pinterest a lot more than any other platform in the world. Pinterest is where I get all of my photo shoots ideas, all of my makeup ideas, all of my nails ideas. I get them all from Pinterest, and I just love it. It is a very good source of a lot of things. That's why I do end up falling for it and then trying out everything that I see because I just want to try it out. And again, this is my channel. My channel. I do talk about makeup and skincare and beauty and fitness and so many other different things that I do want to show you guys what it truly is and if it's worth your money or not worth your money whatsoever. Now, another thing that I do want to mention is your nails. Your nails are very important, okay? Let's just be honest with that. People see your hands. You use your hands for a million and one things. Now, it's okay if you don't have long nails. There's no standard. You don't have to have long nails, short nails, whatever fits you best, whatever makes you happy. I get judged a lot because my nails are pretty long and there are stiletto nails. But do you really think I really care? No, I don't. Because why? At the end of the day, it's what makes me happy. I don't care if it makes the next person happy. I don't care the type of questions I get asked. Because believe it or not, I get asked a lot of different questions that I do not want to say here. But I don't care. I do the things that I do because it just makes me happy, and you should do the same thing too. Let's be honest. No one's living your life. You are the one that's living your your life. You are the one that's buying your stuff. You are the one that is investing your time and your money into what's making you happy, not the next person across the street, not the person at your job. It's you. So just do what makes you happy, but do take care of your nails though. Nails are really important just to take care of overall. Just like maintain a nice cuticle, cut, around it, whatever. Maintain like a nice manicure. You don't have to color your nails either if you don't want to, if that's not your style, or if you can't because of work or whatever the case may be. I don't blame you. I can't blame you because that's out of your control at that point. But do maintain your nails to be somewhat nice and good looking. Hydrate your hands. Hydrate your hands a lot. Because like again, we use our nails a lot. It is getting closer to like the winter time. In some states it's snowing already. Unlike here it's never going to snow. The day that it snows in Miami is the day that the world ends. Let's just say that because here it never snows, and I don't think it would ever snow down here. And I would also say that when it comes to keeping your nails nice, just have them, like have like a nice trim. Just like cut them lower if you need to, but just make them look nicer and appealing, and just moisturize your cuticles. Use some oils on your cuticles. You have to apply oils. Trust me, oils are a lifesaver, and oils also help prevent the skin from lifting, so then you do not have hangnails, because hangnails are a headache and they're painful. Let's be honest. I've read articles about people losing a finger because they pulled on a hangnail, because their hangnail got it. They pulled on it, it got infected because they never took care of it, and then boom, lost a finger because of infection due to them pulling off a hangnail. If you're gonna take off a hangnail, I highly suggest you use one of these babies right here, a nail, a cuticle clipper. It's amazing. You just do cheap, 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 and that's it. And then you just apply like some moisturizer, and you call it a day. Another thing that I would also mention about glowing up, to be honest with you, it's the most crucial thing to me in the world, to be honest, is your hair. Okay, no one likes a stinky hair. I would say always wash your hair. See what type of hair you have first. If you have oily hair, if you have oily hair, do not wash your hair every single day. Don't do it. Trust me when I say this. Do not do it. And I will link a video below of one guy that I follow a lot. He is a stylist, and I love all of his videos because he does explain more into details for every single hair type and how often you should wash your hair depending on your hair type. If you have oily hair, if you have dry hair, or normal hair. Well, yeah, an oily scalp, I mean, an oily scalp, dry scalp, or a normal scalp. All I know is for oily hairs, you do not have to wash your hair every single day. Maybe like every other day, every 2 days, you can, but not every single day. It's not recommended. It's not good for your scalp either. But I do suggest that you at least wash your hair at least once a week. At least once a week. I know people who skip weeks and then their hairs are oily and disgusting and they smell bad. Like really bad. So I would suggest investing into a product, shampoo, conditioner, and a hair mask. And call it a day. Oh, and a hair oil. And that's it. You need four things: shampoo, conditioner, a hair mask, and a hair oil. Four things. Find what's suitable for your hair. Well, what is working for you. If you do have oily hair or whatever, buy an oil that is not meant for oily hair. Buy a moisturizer and buy a oil that is more watery based, so it's not going to be pulling on your hair. It's not going to make your hair even more heavy and greasy like how my hair is. Because if I put too much hair product, my hair is not oily whatsoever. Like I do not have an oily scalp at all. But I do notice that with certain masks and oils, my hair does feel like weighted down. It feels greasy and it feels like ugh. Then I have to go back into the shower and wash my hair all over again the very next morning. That's not cute. So find what works for you, what doesn't work for you. I know it's gonna be a lot of time consuming between finding out what makeup works for you and which one doesn't, what nail products works for you and which ones doesn't, and your hair care, which one works for you and which one does not. But that is all about glowing up. Like I said, glowing up is not just about the whole beauty aspect. That's why I want to leave the beauty for the ending of this video versus the very beginning of it. Because what no one sees is the mental struggle, the struggles. No one sees it's the physical part of your glow up. Because let's be honest, people just see what they want to see on the outside, but no one really sees what goes behind the scenes of all the tears that you have cried, all the fights that you have been through, all the stuff that you've struggled with without no one else knowing besides your therapist and your journal. So I would say glowing up is not just about the beauty aspect. It's not about how you look on the outside. It's about what's in your head and how you control all of your emotions, your anger, your happiness, and everything in between, while still managing your everyday crazy life. And also remember, you have to get your body moving, whether if it's you going for a walk for 10 minutes or going for a run or signing up for like the gym next to your house, or doing whatever it takes to get your body moving, whether if it's dancing for 5 minutes. Because let me tell you, dancing is a cardio. Okay, dancing gets you sweating, it gets you moving, and it's just something that is amazing to do. I love dancing. I am Latina, so I'm dancing around my whole entire house. It's salsa always, or bachata or something. But I would say this though: do get your body moving. Do seek help if you need it from a therapist, and just journal about everything. Buy yourself a notebook, or use like your note app on your cell phone, or like I said, buy yourself a notebook and just start. Look up for prompts online that you can use to like journal if that's going to help you out. But do whatever you can to journal as much as possible. And with that, my loves, I will see you all on the next video. Thank you for watching, and I hope you all have an amazing week. Bye.